Okay, so we are going to go back over the 3 ways to read a book. And we can read a book by reading the pictures, read the words, and retell the story. And when we read to self to become a better reader and because it's fun. And the I read to self, the I is for independence, so you're reading alone. And some behaviors, read the whole time, stay in one spot. Joanna, would you like to come up and model a good behavior for read to self? Right, so she stayed in one spot while she was reading. Is that a good behavior? Yes. Will she become a better reader if she does this? Yes. Okay, thank you. Now, if you will, get your book and find a spot. Okay, remember your spot can be a beanbag chair, a crate, sit in a hula hoop. Okay? All right, so we're going to time and we're going to try to do it, build stamina for 6 minutes. Right, we need to work really hard and we need to stay in one spot and read the whole time. All right, ready, go. Okay, y'all come over here. Let's see. How'd you do? We didn't quite make it to 6 minutes. We're about 5.5 maybe, right? Okay, we'll try again today. All right, so now we're going to review the I Pick Good Fit books. So when you pick Good Fit books, you select a book, look it over. Like we did the shoe. You want to look over the shoe, you want to look over the book. Purpose, why might I want to read it? So when you pick a cowboy boot, why might you wear a cowboy boot? To go ride a horse, go to a rodeo? Right. So why might you want to read a book? Because you want to go places. You might want to go somewhere that the character's going in the story, right? Okay, experience what the character's experiencing. Okay, interest. Does this book interest me? So would you read a book about Mars if you're not really interested in the solar system? No. Okay, comprehend. Do I understand? So you want to flip through and scan the book and see if it's something that you understand. I personally would not pick a book on electricity because I am not an electrician. I do not understand anything about electrical work. No. Do I know most of the words? You need to flip through, scan the book, make sure that you can recognize most of the words, okay? So that you can be able to comprehend it. All right, so now we are going to work on writing. Okay, so when you're working in your spiral notebook, you're writing for stamina. What do we do when we come to words that we do not know? We underline them. Okay. I want to become a physician when I grow up. Okay, I don't know how to spell the word physician. So am I going to go ask Caroline how to spell it? No. Am I going to go look in the dictionary? No. I'm going to just underline my word and we'll go back to it later, okay? I went skiing last weekend. I went skiing. I don't know if I spelled skiing right. I'm just going to underline it and I'll go back to it later. Okay, so let's remember, just underline the word that you don't know how to spell, okay? Now, we're going to take a brain break and let's sing Tootie Ta. Okay, so now we are going to review Eek. So remember, Eek was my sister scared of spiders. When she sees a spider, she screams, Eek! And she comes and sits really close to me. Elbow to elbow, knee to knee. So, read to someone is acronym EEK. So, elbow to elbow, knee to knee. And we want to sit in a chair or sit on the floor, and you want to sit with your elbow to elbow and your knee to knee, and then you want to have the book between you. Okay? And so when you read with your partner, one partner is going to read a page, and then when they get finished reading that page, the other partner reads the next page. So you're going to take turns. I read a page, you read a page. Okay? Now, to set up and clean materials, we store our whiteboards over here in this top drawer. Okay? Markers are in the second drawer. Beans and shells are in containers in the third drawer. And so whenever you gather your materials, you're going to come over to your drawer, get the materials out, go to your workstation, unpack your materials, you're going to do your work, and then when you hear the chime, you're going to quietly put your materials away and walk them back over here and put them in the drawer. So could I have Joshua, Alex, Sadie, Brittany, and Laura? I want you to come up here and model for us how to get your materials, set it up, and clean it up. Good job. So they quietly walked over, reached in the drawer, got their material out, took it to their work area, and then packed it up quietly and returned to their seat. Okay, so we're going to take a brain break. We're going to do the hand jive. All right, so now we are going to do back up and reread. Sorry, we have a visitor at the door. Okay, so when you back up and reread, you do this whenever something doesn't make sense, or sometimes maybe you didn't read the sentence correctly. So let's go over here. The next morning, Chrysanthemum wore her most comfortable jumper. She walked to school as slowly as she could. She dragged her feet in the dirt. Chrysanthemum, she wrote. She even looks like a flower, said Victoria. And Chrysanthemum entered the playground. Let's pick her. Chrysanthemum entered the playground. Let's pick her, said Rita, pointing. Did I back up and reread? Yes. Did that make sense? No. I was reading too fast. So whenever you back up and reread, you need to try to reread a little bit more slowly. So let's try this again. The next morning, Chrysanthemum wore her most comfortable jumper. She walked to school as slowly as she could. She dragged her feet in the dirt. Chrysanthemum, 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 she wrote. She even looks like a flower, said Victoria, as Chrysanthemum entered the playground. Let's pick her, said Rita, pointing. Let's smell her, said Joe. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. Okay, so now it makes sense. She was walking to school slowly because she didn't want to go to school because everybody was picking on her name. And she just kept writing her name in the ground, right? And then she gets to school, and what does she expect? Yep, everybody was picking on her. So, remember to back up and reread whenever you're reading your stories, okay? If it doesn't make sense. And so today you had 6 minutes of stamina when you were reading to self. Tomorrow we're going to try for 7 minutes. Do you think you can do it? I do too. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.